Breaking news tonight. In the search for Travis Decker, the Washington father accused of unaliving his 3 daughters, police say they're closing in.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Catch those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new.
Hey Jude, how you doing?
Keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Touch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Touch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Breaking news tonight. Travis Decker is on the run and they are hunting for him. Are they getting close? Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time, my beautiful pearls. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options. Anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is June 5th, 2025. It is currently 5 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see you. How you doing? How you doing, everyone? Really do appreciate your time. Got a lot to talk about in this live. Before we get started, do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate that. Helps spread the word to the audience, to the world, that you guys are involved, and so others can see it. Also, if you want to share this out on your social media, that is very much appreciated as well. Click the link and just share it in whatever social media you prefer. You can also become a member of the Pearl family. We would love to have you. Always trying to grow our family. We love you just the way that you are. And you can also help us with our goal if you want. That always helps as well, and it's always appreciated. Please do one on our Princess Summer Wells anniversary. Yeah, Donna, I go every year to the Summer Wells Vigil. So every year, my dear. Actually, I know I didn't. I did not get to go last year. I was somewhere else last year, but every year other than that, I think I've been. Did I go last year? I don't think I went last year. I don't know. Thank you so much. Hey Jude, 14 months. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Really good to see you. Thank you so much, Moss. Thank you so much. All right, so they are looking for Travis Decker right now. A lot is coming out. He is the Washington father accused of unaliving his three beautiful young daughters during a weekend visitation. Authorities say that they are closing in. His abandoned truck was found near Rock Island Campground, and the manhunt is now focused on a tighter perimeter in Chelan County. Decker, a former soldier with survivalist skills and a known with mental health history, is considered to be armed and extremely dangerous. And right now, we're going to break it all down for everything and the timeline. Amber Alert failure, his chilling past, and the very real possibility that police could corner him at any minute now. If you're just joining us, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. All right, without further ado, let's get it started. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. There, I think there was a press conference just a few minutes ago. I could be wrong. It could be from the other night, but we'll check. We'll still check. But deputies are asking residents in the remote areas to lock their doors, sheds, as hunt for Travis Decker continues. Now, question. Do y'all think that the police think that he is alive? That's question number one. I think that they think he's still alive. I really do. Because they said in the press conference yesterday that they do believe that, or they had a trail of him where he was at the campground and he had left. So at some point he was alive, and it seems, in my opinion, that he still is, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Let me pull this up. By the way, this is also breaking. Grandfather of the three Decker children did an interview. just coming out not too long ago. We're going to cover that as well. Also, the GoFundMe is at nearly $1 million. The GoFundMe. God bless every single last one of you that have donated, whether it's $1 or thousands. Thank you. This mother is going to have just a time. I don't know how she does it. So they've issued this warning, and the warning is issued for people who own cabins in the remote areas of Chelan, Kittitas, Kittitas, King, counties. Deputies say that Travis Decker is still on the loose, and that those who have remote cabins should lock their doors and their windows, including that of sheds and outbuildings. They also recommended leaving window blinds open and outside lights on. Wow. So I have a feeling that they really think that he is still alive, in my opinion. Can you believe people are hating hard on her for GoFundMe? It's a shame. Really, me and you? That is terrible. What the hell is wrong with people? Really, what the hell is wrong with them? This mother, it just shows you that there are critical people no matter what you do. No matter what you do, there will be critical people. And I always say, if you're Christian particularly, I mean, look at Jesus. We were critical of him, right? The people were critical of him. But if he didn't have a chance, you know, with people being critical to him, we don't stand a chance. Don't stand a chance. People are saying it's time for the GoFundMe to stop. Listen, the people will decide when the GoFundMe should stop. People do what they want with their own pocketbook. Nobody is going to tell me who I can donate to or how much I want to donate to, when, where, how, anything, period. It's the people that decide that. This mom lost her life. Not one children, 3 children. So they can scratch right off, is what they can do. Scratch it. That mom is going to need whatever she can get. I don't even know if she'll be able to work again a day in her life, to be quite honest with you. Yes. Yes, Wicked. That's exactly right. The therapy mom's going to need is so heartbreaking. She needs all the support she can get. Yeah. And by the way, the mom did not create the GoFundMe. The community created the GoFundMe for her. So scratch it. Thank you so much, Single Mom True Crime. Really do appreciate you for gifting a pearl necklace. Means so much to me. Thank you for growing our family. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you thank Single Mom True Crime. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Ashley, so generous of you, dear. Really do appreciate you. If you received one of those pearl necklaces from Ashley, make sure you give her a big, big thank you. Thank you so much for growing our pearl family. Means so much, my dear. Thank you. Hey, Jude, you look marvelous, darling. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. And the other Sharon, thank you for all you do. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Much love to you as well, my friend. Really do appreciate y'all's support. All right. Here we go. Let's see if this is a new one or if this was the one from yesterday. By the way, ooh, I read the affidavit last night, and I was sick by the time I got done reading it. Knowing what those little girls went through is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. How a father does this to his daughters is beyond comprehension. It really is. It's beyond comprehension. This so-called dad put bags around his children's head with zip straps. Do you know how confusing and scary and painful that would have had to have been? The oldest one, 9 years old. You are beyond twisted to do something like that. Really are. Unbelievable. If anybody wants that FOIA, I have a copy of it. Just email me and I'll send it to you as well. Let's see if this is the one. It said updated an hour ago. Police give update on the search for man accused of killing 3 daughters. All right, let's see here. English. All right, let's go.
One of the PIOs for the Wenatchee Police Department. Tonight, we're going to have Chelan County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Mike Morrison, give you another update on the investigation. For the record, my name is Sergeant Joe Eaton, Joeeaton.
It's a little low.
And Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison, MikeMorrison. Thank you, Sergeant. Try not to disturb anyone with microphones here. We appreciate everyone coming out. We don't have as much information to provide today, but we have been working tirelessly throughout the day with our federal resources, state resources, neighboring agencies. As always, I'd like to start off just by recognizing the Decker family, let them know they're still very much in our thoughts, in our prayers. We've been working hard. Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia are clearly a motivating force for us. A lot of our guys are working with sleep deprivation, but their thoughts are always on the girls and making sure that we're staying motivated and getting the results the family expects out of us. So, as we mentioned before, not much to go off of. We have been following leads thanks to the FBI and their analysis team that has been going out, processing social media leads throughout the nation, not just here locally. Following up those leads, we've been assigning detectives, marshal services, representatives to go out, do interviews. We also appreciate the nation.
They got marshals on this. They'll find him. The marshals are hands down the best for tracking people. Hands down.
Police departments. We had one in McCall, Idaho today, was doing follow-ups for us. So we're not just keeping our focus here within Chelan County. We're also focusing nationwide on other leads that are coming out. Again, thank you to those police departments, sheriff's offices, state agencies across the nation that have stepped up to assist us and giving us the additional resources that we desperately need. Clearly, this is not the outcome we wanted to see. We were hoping that we could find Travis today, but we are feeling optimistic thanks to our marshals department that has come through and tracked down some good leads that we feel are giving us more of an insight into Travis's mindset, where he may have not gone or may have gone to. And we'd also like to thank the FBI and their behavioral analysts unit that has also gone through, done an assessment of some of the interviews that we've had regarding Travis and made a determination on maybe what his thought process was, what decisions he might have made, and where he had gone. In addition to our detectives also following through some of the financial documents, tracking areas that he had previously frequented, and we're optimistic that we will find him shortly. We'd also like to thank Spokane County Sheriff's Office for coming out, Sheriff Knowles, having their helicopter fly from 6 o'clock this morning to 11, as I understand it. At 11 o'clock, our helicopter was also on ground at the fish hatchery in Leavenworth to fly the Icicle Creek. We also deployed our Swiftwater rescue team to go through there and start searching the creek in cases that Travis did enter in there. The water is running pretty quickly now, thanks to the spring runoff. But we're optimistic that with our air units up in the sky, looking over the terrain, it's definitely diverse when you're talking about the amount of acres that we're covering. That we're doing the best we can. We also want to thank Sheriff Myers down in Kittitas County for deploying some of his search and rescue units, checking trailheads on the backside of Chelan County to see if there's any opportunity that Travis might have made it out to that location. We have learned so far through our investigation today that he is well versed in outdoor survival. And talking with his father, it sounds at times that he would go out and would be leaving off grid for sometimes up to 2.5 months. So we also understand too that he at times would do caching. So we understand that that's a possibility, that he could have scoped out this area before, put supplies out there, and has the ability and the knowledge to survive for a long period of time. We saw this before a couple years ago when we assisted Kittitas County with a similar case. So we are putting our resources out. We saw our SWAT team today out off the icicle drainage, checking residences through there, in addition to us still having units out on the ground, continuing to check, in addition to expanding out and looking at local counties. So we're going to continue to do what we need to do, partnering with our federal partners. We will again want to say thank you to the FBI, Homeland Security, that has assisted us more yesterday. Also going with the Marshal Services, the Washington State Patrol that has been working alongside of us, along with their detective units. And we've also had a forensics electronic detective going through the cell phone and other electronic items that we've collected on the scene. So we're hoping to gather more information, take that intel that we've gathered today, and continue to press on tomorrow. But at this time, we have not found Travis. My message is still the same. Travis, if you're out there seeing us, we'd like you to turn yourself in. We want a peaceful resolution to this, but we're not going to relinquish our efforts and giving up.
This was definitely premeditated, in my opinion. Definitely premeditated, because he had zip straps with him. Remember, I read the probable cause affidavit last night. I'm going to clip that and I'll make a video just of that. Again, if you want a copy, just email me. I'll send you a copy of it. I'm not charging you for a copy like other YouTubers, but I digress. That being said, I do think so, because he had zip straps with him. He had plastic bags with him, and there were plastic bags strewn around the truck area and the camping area. And so he may have been planning this for a little while.
Any effort that we can proceed
It's
to track you down.
unbelievable.
So please turn yourself in. Let's wrap this up and do what's right for your kids. So any questions?
Sir, are you any closer to establishing a motive?
No, and I don't think there'd be any motive to be acceptable. I mean, clearly, it's not the decision of a sound mind, and these young girls were a victim.
Was a body discovered in the area you were searching near Leavenworth today?
They were discovered earlier this week. It was outside Leavenworth. You're more up icicle drainage around milepost 18, around Rock Island Campground. And we do have a map that I think we've already shared online.
Okay.
But it is
So the girls were found kind of over an embankment, right? They were kind of found over an embankment, and they had bags over their heads and zip straps. They also had their hands tied, bound, right? Also, or not all of them were bound, but they said all of them had been bound with their wrist as well. So, and you're right. He may have had to have saved some money, right? To do this, because it cost financially to do something like this. Travis Decker, we've recently learned that he had 2 accidents recently, and therefore he had to pay some fines and all of that. He was also getting his wages garnished to pay child support. And I feel like in his mind, he's homeless and he's trying to get ahead and he can't get ahead. And he's watching his ex-wife, collect from the wage garnishments. and I think it set him off. And literally up until the very end, before mom knew about this tragedy, she was saying he loves his daughters. I don't think, he would, I think the girls are fine, all of this. Now, a lot of people say that, she may have just said it just to, ease him down, try to talk him down. Could be the reason. But just up until September of last year, it had been very amicable between the three of them. And so it kind of started, falling apart in September. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the grandfather speaks out. He is a how do we say this? Pewaukee native. I hope I'm saying that right. Decker sought in connection with the children's unalivings. Look at this. Look at these 3 absolutely beautiful little girls. Absolutely beautiful little girls. Right? So sad. So incredibly sad. Okay. Here we go. I will pull it up here. I got it here somewhere, guys. All right. So, Pewaukee, a distraught and grief-stricken grandfather, is questioning why his former son-in-law, Travis Decker, who is accused in the deaths of the 3 daughters, was given visitation rights while allegedly being homeless. There is a manhunt for Decker, 32, who is wanted for 3 counts of unaliving and kidnapping, first degree in all counts, by the way, according to police in Wenatchee, Washington, 100-mile east of Seattle. Police said it is unknown whether Decker, a former Army soldier with, quote, extensive training, end quote, was armed. Decker is a native to Pewaukee and graduated at the high school. Chris is it Ryder or Richer? Let me see here. Chris Ritter, grandfather and father to the girl's mother, Whitney, spoke to the Freedom. This is an article on Wednesday. Chris said, who lives in Burlington, Wisconsin, had good communication with his daughter and grandchildren. He said when the 2 were married, that he had no issues with Decker at the time. Quote, he was a military young guy. I could see that in him. There was nothing evil, Chris says. He admitted he wasn't in their household, but his opinion was that Decker was, quote, tired of adulting, such as having 3 kids and going to work every day, end quote. Wow. That's something. That's really something. He is saying that he thought Travis was tired of adulting and having 3 kids and the life. Very, very interesting. Huh. Ryder accused Decker after getting divorced of, quote, going wild and drinking too much and also not paying child support, end quote. His former son-in-law worked odd jobs in construction and helped control fires in local forest. Oh, ow. How about that? He helped contain fires in the local forest. He is not only is he military and a survivalist, he knows every part of those woods. Of course, Patty, honey, of course. So that's wow. That makes it even more crazy. Whitney told police that Travis picked up the girls ages 9, 8, and 5 around 5 p.m. on May 30th for a planned visit, but did not return them by 8 p.m. And his phone went straight to voicemail, court documents said. Authorities looked for the children and for Travis, who was believed to have been living out of his white 2017 GMC Sierra pickup with Washington plates. The detective said she, quote, expressed concern because Decker reportedly had never done this before and is currently experiencing some mental health issues, end quote. You know, this is the thing. This is the thing. If Whitney would have not given the kids to Travis, she would have been arrested, right? You can say, oh, I don't think that they're in their heads. I don't think he's in his headspace right now. The judge slams the hammer down, right? And says, this is what it is. You have to have let him do these visiting hours, and you don't allow him. They are coming to arrest you. They're coming to arrest you. What choice do you have? Really, what choice do you have? Police said Decker, unoccupied truck, was found Monday near a campground west of the city of Leavenworth, Washington, which is about 20 miles northwest of Wenatchee. According to the affidavit, Chelan County Sheriff's Office deputies found the girls' bodies about 75 to 100 yards from the truck. The Seattle Times reported police believe that the girls died from asphyxiation and reported that their wrists were zip tied, court documents said. Ryder is angered over how Decker, who was living out of his truck, was allowed visitation rights. According to Ryder, his daughter hired a lawyer regarding back pay, child support, and requested Decker not to be allowed unsupervised visits with the girls. She literally said no unsupervised, and the courts allowed it. Courts allowed it. Thank you so much, Wicked. My son's dad had supervised visitation. I'm from Washington State, so why didn't he get supervised visitation? Yep, I think I just answered that. She requested that there be supervised visitation. She requested Decker not to be allowed unsupervised visits with the girls. Decker sought to have unsupervised visits, according to Whitney's father here. Quote, he met enough markers laid out by the courts. While homeless living in his truck, that they awarded him unsupervised visits. This is his very first. This was his very first unsupervised visit, according to the grandfather. Oh my God. Wow. His Oh my God. I agree, D-Real. It should have been. He checked all the boxes. Wow. 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 This was his very first unsupervised visit, Ryder said. He added it wasn't that his daughter wanted to keep the girls from him, but just wanted supervised visits to keep everyone safe. Ryder said his daughter was concerned about his instability, which naturally, she said that in the court documents as well, that she was concerned of his, because he was homeless, essentially. And it should have been supervised visits, plain and simple. It should have been supervised visits. He doesn't have a home. Now, I get it. You could say, well, because he's homeless, that's discrimination. Well, you can still let him, see the kids. It's just got to be supervised. Right? First one. Oh my God. The unsupervised visits was not okay. Where was I? Okay. Quote, the unsupervised visits was only supposed to be during the daytime. This is what happened, he said. Ryder is also angry about the lack of Amber Alert. Absa freaking loot. Yes. Yes. It may not have saved the kids. It doesn't matter at this point. They met every criteria. They could, at the very minimum, possibly have helped find Decker sooner at the very minimum. They knew who he was. They knew what he was driving. They had obviously the description of him. They knew exactly who the kids was last seen with. And for God's sakes, most Amber Alerts are for parents, a custody issue, something like that. That is exactly right. And let me tell you something. I hope, pretend judge, I hope that she sues the county for this. They were absolutely failed by the system, Sharon. Absolutely. I'm trying to think of, it's one of the most awful cases I've ever heard. Susan, can't think of her last name right now, guys. Sorry. She went missing. Her husband unalived her. And there was supervised visits. No, not Susan Smith. No. She had the real queepy dad, Powell. Yeah. Susan Powell. Thank you. The dad had supervised visits, but the worker came there and the dad comes to the door and he brings the kids in and he shuts the door and locks it. And then she's freaking out on the porch and he ended up unaliving the kids and himself and burning the house down. That was such. Powell case is one of the saddest cases I've ever heard in my life. But she absolutely needs to hold these people accountable, in my opinion. Absolutely. So grandfather is, obviously angry at the lack of Amber Alert, and I agree with him. They could have put an Amber Alert out immediately. Immediately. Yeah, that was Susan Powell. Yep, it was. Yep, that was Susan Powell. Promise you. I can't remember Susan Powell's. I can't remember the guy's name on him though. All right, so the grandfather continues. Wait. Sorry, never mind. Washington State Patrol was contacted the night the girls went missing to request an Amber Alert, but it did not meet the required criteria. You are full. I'm sorry. They are trying to save their ass on this one. They're trying to save their ass. It met every requirement. In fact, most people have no idea that much information during an Amber Alert. I think that they're arguing the most is that they didn't know if the kids were in harm or not. I think that's where their argument is. But hello, this is his first unsupervised visitation, according to the grandfather. So, first unsupervised visitation, and they don't come back, you're in risk. You're in risk. Yes, Joshua Powell. That was it. That's his name. Yep. So, bull hockey on that one. Sorry, not sorry. Absolutely. Ryder is voicing the need for policies and rules to change. Unfortunately, it always takes a circumstance like this to happen for people to get pissed off enough for things to change. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. Oh, I don't know. Mom didn't want unsupervised visits, and she says that his mental health was going downhill, and first unsupervised visit, kids go missing. You know what he looks like, you know what he was wearing, you know what he was driving, you know the kids that are with him. What more do you need? For real. Quote, "It will keep happening again and again," says Ryder. She called on Friday, and suddenly on Monday, the warrants are issued, and then boom, boom, boom. Now he had a 3-day head start and on the lam. A 3-day head start. They failed. They failed at this. Absolutely failed. No ifs, ands, or buts. Just being homeless, he should have supervised visits. Oh, I agree. 100% failed. 100%. 3 days ahead. And trigger warning, in the arrest affidavit, it says the kids had lividity. And so they had been there a little while, right? It didn't just happen, but it had been there a little while. They should have done something immediately. So this is what Grandpa said, quote, "It will keep happening again and again. She called on Friday and suddenly on Monday the warrants are issued and then boom, boom, boom. Now he had a 3-day head start on the lamb. He can be in Timbuktu by now. I know that won't bring the kids back," end quote, he said. Ryder described Paityn Decker, 9, Evelyn Decker, 8, and Olivia Decker, 5, as always being there for their mother and grandmother. Quote, "They were sweet, nice girls," he said. He said his daughter had her life together and was working on a plan to get her master's degree, end quote. He also says, quote, "The little girls were just charming and great. The oldest, Paityn, just ran her first track meet, a 100-meter dash. She wanted a guitar for her birthday, and I just bought her one," end quote, Chris said. Olivia recently received a drum set from her grandfather, and Evelyn was also involved in different activities. Quote, "They were nice kids. They were raised stably by their mother. There was nothing trash about them," end quote, Ryder said. Hold on one second. It's Richter. I keep saying Ryder. It's Richter. Richter hopes that the tragedy spurs changes in how child visitation rights are handled as well as arrest warrants. He questioned why it took 3 days for an arrest warrant to be served. 3 fucking days, y'all. 3 days for an arrest warrant to be served. What the hell? This is senseless. Absolutely senseless. Not only were they failed from the courts. I don't care if it's the weekend. You can no. You can guess what? A judge signs arrest warrants at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. It don't matter. You wake a damn judge up. Hello? There's 3 kids missing. Father's a crackpot. Doesn't matter. People sign arrest warrants 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter. You just got to get a judge up from their ass at 3 a.m. You were elected. Get your ass up. Sign this. This infuriates me. He questioned why it took 3 days for an arrest warrant to be served. Quote, "There are people's lives at stake," Richter said. Yeah, and there are kids that are dead now. 9 years old is the oldest. 8 years old. 5 years old. The oldest one hadn't been on the earth even a decade yet. So senseless. Thank you so much, Callie. I went through a custody plan in Washington. They're notorious for being called the fathers, in quote, state, as they typically side with fathers staying present. Thank you for that. I mean, I understand, fathers have rights too. I understand that, right? And I understand not being discriminatory based upon your housing situation. But until he got caught up with his life, with his housing situation, there should have absolutely been supervised visitations. 1,000% there should have been visitations, supervised visitations. First one, and now there's 3 kids dead, gone forever. Gone forever, never coming back. Mom's life destroyed. Grandparents' life destroyed because their grandkids are dead. They're planning 3 funerals. Their daughter don't even know if she'll be able to take a next breath because she's got so grief stricken. Senseless. Absolutely senseless. It's called work in the weekend shift. It's called get your ass up and sign the warrant. Whitney said, quote, he keeps getting more unstable in their recent court docs. Evil. New video released in hunt for Travis Decker, suspected of unaliving his 3 children. So, for those of you that didn't see our live yesterday, I'll show you what we're talking about here, and we'll get on with the show. That article from that grandfather, thank you so much, sir. I am so sorry you are dealing with this needless, senseless failure right now. Can't imagine. Can't imagine. So this footage is of Decker the days leading up to him going and doing the most heinous act that is known to humanity, is unaliving anyone, but much less a child, much less your own child, much less 3 children, much less 3 of your own children. Surveillance video footage shows Decker in the days leading up to his visitation with the girls. The girls were found, obviously, deceased in the remote campground, according to the Wenatchee Police Department. These are both photos of him in the days leading up to. So there, hold on 1 second. I'm looking at something. Chelan County Sheriff's Office released a new photo of the triple murder. Yeah. Here is another photo. He looks very different in a lot of his photos, doesn't he? Some photos he looks more white boy-ish, and then some photos he looks more Asian or Pacific Islander. Right. Yeah, it depends on, I think, his facial hair significantly. You can see that his like he's looks a lot different. You know, he's young, very young, military. I think he has some narcissistic traits, according to the court documents as well. So there's that. Okay, moving on here. We'll talk about a little bit of the timeline and stuff. Let me play this real quick. This is
being felt across Wenatchee. Friends of the three sisters honored the young girls at a candlelight vigil last night.
As Como's Jackie Kent reports, hundreds of people gathered to pay their respects at Memorial Park.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Members of the small yet tight-knit community of Wenatchee are sharing their grief and uniting in song.
We want to share their lights and see one another.
They're keeping these lights shining at Memorial Park in honor of 9-year-old Paityn, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia.
No amount of questions or their answers will properly soothe the pain that we bear.
The young girls were reported missing after they never returned from visiting their father, Travis Decker. A Forest Service deputy found Decker's unoccupied truck in the Icicle Road area of Leavenworth, not far from the girls' bodies down an embankment. Hundreds of people honored the young girls with flowers and candles and shared stories. That includes Evie's dance teacher through Fabulous Feet Dance Studio.
All three girls love each other, just the sweetest to each other. They would both come to dance. Big sister was always there.
It's a new reality for many Wenatchee families, leading to hard conversations.
How do you tell a 10-year-old who shouldn't be exposed to this reality that a father can do something like this?
But with bright, colorful markers, they highlight their happy memories and the ways they can.
How do you explain to your kid that your friend's father unalived them? Because the last thing you ever think about is your kid, a parent unaliving a child, right? How do you explain that? You can't explain that. That is too harsh of a reality for a third grader. Too harsh.
Can honor their friends.
We have a recital in a couple weeks. We're going to save that spot there for her, and she's going to be dancing in heaven.
Reporting in Wenatchee, Jackie Kent, Como News.
Oh, hell, I thought that was damn Rena. Seen her at my door. I thought they done found me. Y'all come on in, shoot. Look,
Oh, God, I was muted. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I got it. I got it. Sorry, guys. I apologize. All right, I'm looking for something here. Here we go. I'm looking for this. There's a new thing that just came out, and I'm trying to pull it up, but my computer's okay. Is acting like a damn fool right now. All right, here we go. That's why I couldn't find it. Sorry. I apologize. Massive search intensifies for Travis Decker.
Just 5, 8, and 9 years old
Just came
were
out.
found dead in Chelan County. The Wenatchee County Sheriff said they don't know if the father, this man named Travis
nope, this
Decker, is
isn't the one.
alive or dead. So until they learn that, he's considered at large and dangerous.
Fox 13's Nia Wong live in Wenatchee for us, tracking the latest in the investigation. Nia, good morning.
Good morning. I'm here at the Chelan County Courthouse where investigators gave their last update last night about the case, and they urged 32-year-old Travis Decker to turn himself in. Right now, they don't know where he is, but they're hoping somebody out there has seen him, and a reward of up to $20,000 for information leading up to his direct arrest is being offered. Here's a look at Travis Decker. This is the latest photo of him that we have. This is the man accused of killing his own daughters, Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia. All three sisters were on a planned visit with Decker as their parents are separated, but the girls were never brought back to their mother. That was on Friday. Police were contacted late that night. But on Monday, Decker's vehicle was located near the Rock Island Campground, and the girls' bodies were found. Decker, however, was long gone. It's currently unknown whether he's fled the area or if he remains near the site where the girls were found. As a result, the sheriff warns people to avoid the Icicle Gorge area. This includes the Enchantments and the French Creek area. For now, here's what you can do. Share this photo of Decker and keep an eye out for him. He's described as 5'8", weighing 190 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes.
We are unsure if Mr. Decker is currently alive, but we are taking it that he is still out there. And again, we will not rest until we've located him, whether he's alive or he's dead. We want to make sure that he's brought back.
Remember, keep an eye out for Decker, but investigators urge to not approach him. He has extensive military background. They don't know if he's armed right now or not. If you see him, call 911. Live in Wenatchee, Nia Wong, Fox 13 News.
Meantime, hundreds of people gathered at Memorial
All right,
Park
guys.
last night to remember the Decker sisters. Prayers were held, candles were lit, and loving messages written for 5-year-old Olivia, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 9-year-old Paityn. These little girls left a big impact in Wenatchee.
It's tragic, and it's so heavy feeling. We're all heartbroken. These little girls taken away from us way too soon.
Seeing them every day and seeing how happy dancing made them feel was truly special, and I think that's something that the studio itself is really going to miss.
Now, we know these sisters attended Lincoln Elementary School, and in a statement from the Wenatchee School District, we have learned the counseling services will be available for students and staff in need of support.
Right now, there is a GoFundMe set up for the girl's mother.
Okay, so get this. Get this. All right. They are looking 1 hour ago. KOMO reports authorities have closed the entire Icicle Creek area near Leavenworth to visitors as they continue to search for the murder suspect Travis Decker, who is accused of unaliving his 3 daughters during a camping trip. All right, let me show you this. Look at where they're doing. Hey, Daphne, good to see you, honey. They've closed the entire area down, which in my opinion says they are close. They're closing in on this mother trucker. They're closing in. Mom is safe, yes. He left his wallet and money. He's desperate. Well, he could have had other money. You just never know. They're close, yes. And look at this. Closed the entire area. They're closing in. The marshals are tracking him down as well. There's a lot of different agencies on this. That's so heat sensing cameras can see him. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. They're on his trail. Yep. When I saw that, I was like, oh, they're on his trail. Here we go. This is Icicle Creek. And they're on it. So he must be on the ground. When I think of this, I think of I can't remember the case name. I just remember what happened. It was a YouTuber. It was like a woman who did crafts or something, and the husband killed his entire family, had it all planned out, recorded everything, recorded him everything for months in advance. And he had this bunker that he built way up in the woods and recorded everything, absolutely everything, while it was going down. And I think about that, I'm like, he knows a lot about the woods. That one, I remember that one with the bunker. Yep. Oh my God, 723 and here, 395 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Come on, hit the thumbs up. Please and thank you. Working hard. Come on. So, there is that. This is just absolute insanity at this point. Insanity. Local national forests and wilderness areas. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office has provided 2 helicopters to assist in the search, and CCSO Air Support Unit is also conducting air operations in similar areas. The, quote, self-sacrificing support of our deputies and partners, one second, provide is a testament to the professionalism that shows their dedication to the victims and family and our community, end quote. A CCSO statement said they are extremely grateful to each of them on the team. Did I freeze? Okay. So, a drone with infrared camera at night should be able to locate him if he's in the area. I guess he had another car waiting for him somewhere in the area. I don't know. You know, it's interesting how he might have had another vehicle, but do y'all think he has another vehicle in your opinion? If he's still in that area, I don't really think so. I think he would have been gone by now, in my opinion, if he had another vehicle. But you just never know. All right. Here we go. Decker probably, okay. Last night they thought he was spotted perhaps in Idaho. Idaho is not that far away from the area. This was KIRO. Was he doing rugs? Believe so, and allegedly drinking.
Good morning, everyone. Brooke here with Cairo 7. Just wanted to update you this morning at 9:30 on this Wenatchee manhunt situation. We're here on Icicle Road right now. Down here, this direction is where those girls were found at Rock Island Campground. That is also where Travis's truck was found as well. So this is kind of the center of where that search is happening, up in the mountains back here. And then all the communities, Leavenworth, where I am right now, all of those communities are also on alert yet again today. We have reporters that are going to be out here covering every inch of this manhunt, the vigils, the press conferences.
Okay, I am back. I'm so sorry about that. My computer was it. I think it just needed to be restarted, maybe. I don't know. It just completely died. Yeah, I fell. I'm back. Put a 1 in the chat if you see me. Am I invisible? It's Curious George messing. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all see me? Perfect. Thank you so much. Maria, good to see you, my dear. Thank you so very much. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Hi, all. I've been in the bushes and on the replay crew this week. Been busy, but still here. Love you, Justin. The case is just sickening. Thank you so much, Maria. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Miss you, my love. Good to see you. Justin, if you're invisible, I'd be drinking because I see you. No. All right. So we got it all pulled up now. Got it all pulled up again. Okay. So let's get on with the timeline about this. There is a few things. Guys, do a favor, hit that thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. Share this out on your Facebook, X, Instagram, whatever. It all is good. Okay. So, sorry, I gotta literally. So, at 5 o'clock on Monday, May 30th, 2025, Friday, is whenever he picks up the kids, right? At 8 o'clock, they're supposed to be returned. 8 o'clock, they're supposed to be returned. Dinner's finished. What are we having for dinner, War? What are we having for dinner? You know what time Whitney reports this? You know what time? Because at 8 o'clock, she's calling. Are you running late? What's going on? It was going straight to voicemail. Just an hour and 20 minutes later, I think at 9:20, she has already called the police. She's already called the police. She knew. Yeah, because it was his very first alone visitation. Washington State declines to issue that Amber Alert, citing the situation doesn't meet criteria. But they do issue an endangered missing persons alert. They don't do much of anything until June 2nd, that Monday, at 3 p.m. until they absolutely locate Travis's abandoned white 2017 Sierra truck, which is when about a few seconds later, about 75 to 100 yards from the vehicles where they found the bodies of the three girls. Each had, trigger warning, plastic bags over their head and zip-tied wrist, indicating asphyxiation that are likely caused the death. The next day, Wednesday, June 4th, yesterday, law enforcement releases the doorbell footage showing Decker exhibiting unusual behavior in days before the visitation, marking his last known appearance. Today, the U.S. Marshal Services adopts the arrest warrant for Decker and offers a $20,000 reward for information leading to his capture. Now, Travis Decker here, show you a picture. Maybe. I would like to deck him one good time. He has extensive military and background at that. Decker served in the U.S. Army, including a deployment in Afghanistan in 2014. He transferred to Washington National Guard in 2021, but faced a disciplinary discharge due to being absent from mandatory drills. So he got in trouble being absent all the time. Kind of like, in my opinion, Edgar. You know what I mean? Veronica, darling, where you been? Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. Thank you, lovies. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you very much, Miss Veronica. Hope you're well, honey. Yeah, Washington State does not have the death penalty at all. And I think they're probably more lenient. I would say that they are, them in Oregon as well. So he got disciplinary discharge in 2021 with the Washington National Guard for being absent all the time. His mental health diagnosis with borderline personality disorder and PTSD. Decker struggles with mental health issues, which are exacerbated by his military experience, allegedly. His ex-wife, Whitney, has raised concerns of his mental state, noting instances of erratic behavior and emotional stability. All right. Let's look at this. Again, I am not a doctor, but what are the... Let's see what this says. I think Whitney said he had narcissism too. So, borderline personality, generally speaking, it's a mental health condition by intense emotional instability, fears of abandonment, impulsive behavior, unstable relationships. Some of the breakdown of the core symptoms. You don't need to have all these to be diagnosed, but you usually need at least five of the following things: intense fear of abandonment, even imagined or minor signs of rejection, a late text, a tone shift can be a trigger, may go into extreme lengths to avoid being left, even threatening self-harm, like if someone threatens to leave you. Unstable, intense relationships, people are seen as either all good or all bad, no middle ground. This is called splitting. Relationships often start intense, but can crash quickly into chaos. Identity disturbance, a fragile sense of self, may change goals, values, appearances, or friends often. Chaotic feeling of emptiness or, quote, not knowing who you are, end quote. Impulsivity in at least two risky areas. Examples: reckless spending, sex, substance abuse, binge eating, reckless driving. These aren't just oops moments. These can be self-destructive. Recurrent self-unaliving behavior or self-injury. This can include actual trying to unalive yourself, threats, or behavior like cutting or burning oneself. Often uses to express pain or as a coping mechanism. Emotional instability, mood swings, intense, fast-shifting moods that can last hours or days. Not the same as bipolar disorder. This is a much faster cycling, often situational. Intense, inappropriate anger, explosive temper, or simmering resentment. Difficulty controlling anger may include physical fights or yelling. Paranoia or dissociation under stress, may feel unrelated, detached, or like they're outside of their own body, which is dissociation. Can become suspicious or paranoid during stressful events. Chronic feeling of emptiness and almost existential black hole. Life has no meaning, or you can just be numb. So there's that. He also has PTSD as well. Pretend Judge, welcome. Thank you so very much. We really do appreciate you. Good to see you, my love. Y'all welcome, Pretend Judge. How does the VA force anyone to take their meds, or those that take their meds for seizures, diabetes, or may... No. You're right. It's there is no one answer in these situations, right? There is no one answer. The VA can only do what the VA does. Now, they need to step up their game in some aspects of it. It's clear. But if you don't take the medicine, if you don't do the work, you have to also do the work, right? To try to get yourself better. Taking your, let's say you have a mental health condition. Okay, well, that's one thing, but taking a pill is just it will help with the chemicals and all that, but there is still real life work you have to do on yourself, right? You can't let a pill expect to be your answers in all things and it's going to take away everything. No, the medicine is used in tandem with therapy, things like that to get yourself better. So there's not a magical fix for anything, and there is not a magical answer for anything. So the VA has gotten better over the years. For a while, the VA was awful for a while. People were dying in the waiting for doctors. Now it's so much better than it used to be. Still have work to go, but there's always going to be a process in order to in everything, right? There's always going to be a process. Everything in life is a process, Hey, Justin, I'm recovering from a mini stroke and so get confused, but this wonderful. Oh, Deborah, honey, I'm sorry you had a stroke, honey. You take good care of yourself. Love you, darling. Good to see you. Jessica, you are an OG girl. How you doing? Thank you so much, Miss Jessica. Really do appreciate you. 15 months coming in clutch, girl. Coming in clutch. Yes, ma'am. I do think the mom should sue the county that this decision by the judge where they gave unsupervised visits. It's just wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Totally failed. Totally failed. Okay. All right. Let's see here. He was homeless. At the time of the incident, Decker was homeless, living out of his vehicle or staying at various motels and campgrounds. Let me pull this up. The Associated Press is saying that, let me see here. The detective said she expressed concerns about Decker reportedly have never done this before and is currently expressing some health issues. Yeah. I think there's going to be laws that change this. I really do. Absolutely think that's going to change this. I still cannot get over this grandfather who, speaking about his Whitney and his grandchildren, I'm just cannot get over it. The only thing that helps sometimes is intense non-ending therapy. Absolutely. We were talking the other day about the magnetic pulses that they do. now it's really, really helping out people. I'm just trying to see if there's any updates to see if what's this? The U.S. Forest Service. Oh, the U.S. Forest Service has ordered an emergency closure of the Icicle River area in Wenatchee National Forest as the search for triple unaliving suspect Travis Decker continues. Wow. They did an emergency service. That's quite interesting. Very interesting. They got to be on his tail. They have to be. 1,000% have to be on his tail. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If they are closing, because that they don't really usually close a national forest. DUI is probably 150 an hour for the top guys, so we need judges to be held accountable for civil cases. Where are the stingers in the area? Let me show you the area in, where was it at? Look at this. This area, it's really a beautiful area that he was in. A lot of people say they go there like camping and all that stuff. Rock Island Campground. And there is no specific, like, there's, let me see here 1 second. Rock Island Campground. It's in Leavenworth. And this is the area. I guess people fish. They said this is the Cascades in hold on. Oh guys, sorry. Someone just sent me something. What's this? Chilling final words. Hold on. Thank you for sending me that. Chilling final words of killer dad Travis Decker before he, quote, unalived 3 daughters, and mom's gut-wrenching text when she realized her babies were gone. Where's it at? Hold on. Subscribe to keep reading. What? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it right here. It wants me to. Do I need to be a subscriber for this? Hold on. Let's see if it'll do it like this. So hold on. Do I just need to sign in, or do I have to pay for it for this article? Let's see here. Continue. Hold on, guys. Maybe. I'm trying to get to this. I want to see this. Okay, I got it. No, I didn't. I just fucking did, man. Can someone send me that article? Hold on. Let me see if I can do it like this. Can you about the article from, is it the Daily Mail? Okay. Daily Mail. 10 hours ago, titled let me see if I can get it here. It's got website restrictions. Can we pull up the Daily Mail interview with the neighbor? Thanks. Hot mess. Yes. Yeah, but they're making you buy certain articles now. That's bullshit. It's another thing they make you buy for. It's crazy. Okay. Neighbor. Travis. Okay, here we go. You want the neighbor. Which one is it? $5 in the swear jar. Oh my God, I would be. Can we pull up the Daily Mail interview with the neighbor about Travis? Whitney's neighbor? Is that the one you're talking about? I'm pulling it up here. Can you copy a screenshot? It says I need to pay. Okay. Wondered what Cruella. It's a. Okay, I'll have to listen to that. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do two things. Swear jar money. Thank you, Brenda, for paying my swear jar. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate it. Love you, darling. And thank you, Jen. Dang, it's been way longer than 6 months. You stuck with me. I love you, darling. Love you, darling, so much. Pretend Judge, do you know where that is? Is it with with the neighbor? Let me see if I can find 3-decker sister neighbor interview. Let me see if I can find it like this. Ooh, damn. It just came a big clack of thunder. Did y'all hear that? Is it from the New York Post? There's one from the New York Post. Neighbors reveals heartbreaking text that mom and the girls. Here it is. I got it. I'm cussing with you. Here's my penalty. I pay. This monster is found. Thank you so much for the swear jar, Ginger. Really do appreciate you very much, my love. JC is the answer. Did y'all hear that? Oh, came a big clack of thunder. Okay. Neighbor reveals heartbreaking text that mom and the girls allegedly unalived by homeless father sent after she found out they were deceased. Is this going to be a video or is this just a big ass ad? The mother of the 3 girls who were allegedly unalived by the homeless father was desperately awaiting the return and then sent a shocked, heart-wrenching text when she found out they were dead, says the neighbor who received the text. I can't even begin to say this name. Hold on. Ben. Okay, it's Ben Gwynn, and it's spelled, I swear to you, BINH, Ben Gwynn, NGUYEN. What the hell's going on with the world today? Hi, my name's Justin. I spell it XYZPDQ to the second power, XYZ comma dash 234. Sorry. I don't know why people do that. I digress. Bless their hearts, though. Said the grieving mother, Whitney Decker, shared with her that the girls had not returned after the visit with the father, Travis Decker. Maybe Travis stranded in the mountains, Ben offered. There's a chance, she wrote back. There's a helicopter going out. One sec. Guys, I gotta go. I'll be back.